This is Skip the Formalities. I'm your host, John Jay. We got the panel here. We're here to discuss some of the most trivial things that's in the world that is sparking nations and angering very small people. So we got Josh. We got Josh. Josh, you couldn't hold it for nothing. Got Josh on the panel. We got you. And we got Aisha with the safe driving. Now, our topic today is one that is small, but very trivial. Should jobs have metal detectors? Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm a little on the fence about it. I go to a job that have metal detectors, and I feel some kind of way when I got to go through, but I also know this is for your very protection. Now, I'm not trying to go in there with the strap. Don't need to. I got thunder and I got lightning. We can go all day long. I ain't got to put no weapons. But I want to hear what the panel got to say. Panel, tell me what you think.
I went first last week.
We pointing fingers now. We pointing fingers now. All right.
Y'all want me to go? I'll go. So I think that everywhere should have metal detectors. Everywhere. So yes, jobs should have metal detectors because people is crazy. Like they nuts. I want to live. You know what I mean? I want to live everywhere I go. I want to feel safe. When my kids is gone and they go somewhere, I want them to be safe. So yes, because people just come nut up. People get mad because you stepped on their shoes or you bumped into them or you parked in a spot by accident, because you wasn't paying attention in your side view mirrors or something. It's an accident, but you might get shot for that, So yes, I believe in metal detectors, and it kind of stressed me out when I go places, especially my job. And we don't have none, but other places like where I work do have metal detectors. I don't like it. I think everywhere should have them.
I disagree.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Like I said, I'm on the fence about it. I understand metal detectors are for your benefit, but I also think that metal detectors provide a false insecurity too. Let me tell you.
So you think they don't work?
I just don't feel like metal detectors do what they're supposed to do in order to keep people safe. I think it's a false insecurity because anybody can bring in any kind of weapon. It really doesn't matter. There are various types of weapons that people can bring into the job that can do damage. Matter of fact, I don't even have to bring a gun to the job to do damage. Shoot, I got a letter opener that can do the same amount of damage as a gun can. So it's weapons at work. I don't have to bring a weapon into work to get the job done. The only thing is that with a letter opener, you got to put more energy into it, more blunt force energy into it than you have to with a gun. But then you got plastic guns out there too that you can make with a 3D printer. So there's really, you only need one shot, one projectile. And you can literally attach a bullet to a plastic casing, fill it up with gunpowder, and you can blast it off. You're gonna destroy the bullet. You're gonna destroy the casing most definitely, but the bullet is still gonna turn into a projectile. Bam! You still solved the problem. You still did it. You still went in there. What you're supposed to do. It doesn't provide all the security that you need in order to get things done. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Huh. I mean, you got staplers. If I wanted to go into work and I wanted to really get at somebody, I could take my keyboard and go across somebody's head.
Yeah, it's really gonna be hard to stop somebody.
Are you saying you don't think jobs should have a metal detector because they don't work? Or are you saying that you think it's against somebody's rights or something to have them? Of course I want a metal detector that works. You know what I mean? If it don't work, I mean, what's the point in that? But I mean, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about plastic weapons or are we talking about knives and machine guns? Like, you know what I mean? Usually somebody shoots the place up with a assault rifle. That's what I'm trying to
what I'm saying is that there is a false security that metal detectors give in order to make people feel safe.
Yeah, I agree with that to a certain extent because people automatically assume with the metal detector that is a degree of safety. But just like you said, John, you can use office items to inflict violence on somebody. A pencil, a pen, pretty much anything can be used as a weapon.
Right.
But with that being said, I think if you don't, like, for instance, if you have a metal detector and you don't have a person to do the pat down, then how effective is the metal detector? You know what I'm saying? Because they could still be carrying a weapon. They could still be carrying a weapon. So, it's kind of like a two-part deal.
Right.
The metal detector will detect the metal, but if you have something else that could possibly be a weapon, that's where the security guard or the police officer should be there, to double check.
Right.
On top of the equipment.
Think of it like this. You walking around the mall or whatever, or you some location, they don't have metal detectors or whatever, or you at the job and they don't have metal detectors, but they got security guards there that get like batons or whatever like that. Are you going to feel safe? The only weapon they got is this little hand baton. Are you going to feel safe?
I mean, is you worried about people coming in? Like, how paranoid are you? Are you worried about people coming in with plastic weapons when you go to work? Like, if somebody come in here with a plastic weapon, I'm dead. Is that what you're thinking about? I never thought about that, but I have thought about when these people get mad and shit, and I be like, look, I'm being nice to everybody, because that motherfucker come back, he gonna shoot y'all motherfuckers, but he gonna leave me alive, because I was nice to him. You know what I mean? So I never think about in my mind, is it gonna be a plastic weapon? In my mind, I need to be safe from an assault weapon, assault rifle.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, AJ, what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying there is nothing beneath the imagination to conjure up a weapon to do damage to get past a metal detector. We're saying, should all jobs have metal detectors? I'm saying that metal detectors provide a false security. So whether they have metal detectors or not, do you feel secure in this location? Because they can have metal, I can go to my job, and Josh, you can vouch for me. When we was at Joe D, how many times did we sit there and we talked about risk management and how much risk we were in just by how the metal detectors were set up?
We're in a lot of risk.
There's a lot of risk. When you went into Joe D, and me and Josh, we had this conversation before. When you go into Joe D, it's 8 doors right at the front before you walk in. It's 8 doors. Okay. Doors so flimsy you could literally pull the doors right open and they're locked. All right. When you walk through the door, you go through this little carousel, and then you hit the security desk, then you hit the metal detector. Security checks the bags, they walk through the metal detector. Simple, right? Risk management idea. For one, the doors aren't bulletproof. You can shoot directly straight through the door. It really don't even matter what weapon you have at that point. You can shoot straight through the door. Or you can walk through the door. Before you even get to security, there's a wall that's blocking that you can't even see nobody come in. You hear the door, but you don't see them come in. They can hit half the gym just from the carousel without even getting to the metal detector. And yeah, me and Josh carry guns, but when you really look at it, the metal detector is too far from the door to be considered effective. So even when you talk about, okay, well, you had to go to a metal detector before you go into the job. I can hit the metal detector, come in there with an assault rifle, take out everybody at the metal detector, then walk in and finish the job. So again, if we're looking at should jobs have metal detectors, the underlying issue with that is how effective is the metal detector as a deterrent from a person trying to come in there to actually do damage.
Well,
I'm gonna say that you're speaking semantics.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's semantics. Because at the end of the day, most people don't shoot up the place from the outside. They trying to take out as many casualties as they can, and they basically is not planning to just come to the door and light the room up right there. That mostly don't happen. it's always, occasions where stuff like that could happen. But when you're talking about if it's going to provide a sense of security, then I'm thinking that it would provide a sense of security to people who are worried about mass shootings. So no, I don't think that it's going to protect people from having plastic weapons or staplers or mail cutters or none of that stuff. I'm not thinking a metal detector will save you from that. What I am thinking about is what's mostly happening in today's society, which is the mass shootings with AR-15s. And a metal detector, if it's functioning properly, will catch a damn AR-15. And that's just a fact. And nobody got to wand you down to find an AR-15 or in your backpack or something like that. So it will provide security for people who are thinking like that. It's not going to provide security for people who thinking I can die at any moment of anything, of a stapler, of a plastic bullet, of anything. No, it won't provide security for them. So maybe for some it will help get rid of some of the anxiety, and others it won't, for those people that's paranoid about everything.
AJ, don't listen to Yule and John. They don't know what they're talking about. They playing games. Yule and John know damn well. They know damn well in the last 20 years who has died at the workplace from a stapler, ruler, any of that stuff they talking about. Nobody.
Right.
Of course,
nobody.
If every job had metal detectors, would it stop all the mass shootings? No, because you got to come outside. But Israel has never had a mass shooting. They've been using metal detectors for the last 73 years. They've never had one. Maine has had one in 1961. They had one in 1961. Their entire city is covered with metal detectors. So no, I'm not trying to hear what Yule and John talking about. Of course,
Israel is a bad choice, sir. Israel is a bad choice. Israel is a bad choice. Israel is a bad choice. That's where the teachers carry guns. That's where the teachers carry guns. Israel is a bad choice because for Israel's all they protection, they can't keep themselves from being bombed on a regular, consistent basis. So much for the metal detectors. They can't keep a bomb out of a gas station.
We ain't talking about bombs. We're talking about mass shootings.
No, and to me, I'm gonna still say the same thing on the mass shooting. First of all, if you're carrying an AR-15, you can't hide it. Where can you hide an AR-15?
Yes, you can hide it.
No, with a broke down stock, Jock. You got to break it down. You cannot hide an AR-15.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
No.
Oh,
I know what he about to do. He about to bring the modified stock, boy. He about to bring the modified stock for you. I ain't trying to go that way.
You can't put that on camera.
You can't.
You can't put that on camera.
Yeah, Josh.
You
can't bring the weapon on camera.
What?
This ain't FaceTime Live, nigga.
You can't put that on camera.
Say FaceTime Live.
Just saying. I can hide it.
No, Josh, I ain't talking about that modified, boy. I'm talking about the regular average AR-15. You can't hide it. Regular average, not the modified, boy. You can't hide the AR-15. So if you walking into court with the AR-15 in your backpack, the top is sticking out, the bulge is on the side, somebody's failed if you walk in with an AR-15. Seriously failed.
So you'll riddle me this. So you would rather, if you had to work at the same place, same pay, same everything, and they said, over here we have security and metal detectors, but over here we don't. You think that wouldn't matter?
To me, it's going to depend on the job. If I'm at 36th District Court, hell yeah, it's going to matter. It's going to matter a lot. If I'm at a federal building, yeah, it's going to matter. Regular office building with Hallmark and some Zooty Poo type stores, probably not. Probably not.
Metal detectors is better anywhere than without them.
Nah, you know what? I'm not so much as far as against them. I'm kind of like with John. I think they provide a false sense of security. Because if I leap across that count, let me give you an example. I walk through let's say you are the security guard, Josh. I go through, I'm clear. I get across the line and I sock you in your damn mouth. How did that help? How did that help?
I mean, y'all is doing so much
We're talking
semantics.
semantics again, like she said,
This
y'all.
is so much semantics. We talking
What
about
I'm
metal
saying is,
detectors
no,
and metal stopping metal. We're not talking about metal detectors stopping a fist to your
No,
face.
we're talking.
You know what I mean?
We're
Exactly.
talking about
Go ahead, John.
we're talking about metal detectors and the security that they are supposed to provide
Exactly. Yes.
for
Yes.
the job.
Have there
Regardless
been
if it's
any
a punch, regardless if it's anything. It's
Metal
supposed to provide
detectors not
security.
supposed to stop physical violence. Metal detectors have never been on the market to stop a altercation, a fight, or any type of altercation.
It's
That's
not
supposed
what
to stop
any-
it's supposed to stop gun violence. That is an altercation.
If
Has
a
it
place
stopped?
have a
Has Maine
metal
had any shootings?
detector,
Has Maine
if
had
a
any shootings
place
since
have a metal
1961?
detector,
Have they had any mass shootings since 1961? Maine? No. Has Israel had any in the last 70, 71 years? No. No. And they have metal detectors everywhere.
and then at the end of the day,
The
a
data
lot of
speaks for
people
itself.
will say, "Oh, I can't bring that shit in there because we got a metal detector." Some people think like that. Like I can't even bring my weapon because we got a metal detector. You know what I mean? So I mean, metal detectors aren't made to stop somebody from putting their hands on another person. So you're not getting the security that you're gonna be safe from somebody touching you. You're getting the security that you'll be safe for somebody having a metal weapon that will kill you. You know that it's a metal detector. You're not looking for it to stop plastic. You're not thinking about that. You're not looking for it to stop a fight. You're looking for it to stop violent, like serious injury from weapons of like basically mass destruction. Pretty much. It's not, metal detectors don't stop bombs. That's never been on the market. It's not a metal detector for bombs. You can make a bomb out of plastic, but nobody said that the metal detector is supposed to stop that. It's the security of knowing that nobody can get in here with a gun or a machete or, some type of knife that can stab me to death. You probably can get in your job with a pocket knife. The metal detector gonna go off and then somebody will say, oh, go ahead. Because you able to have a pocket knife. They got all those little fidgets on it.
I can have a Swiss Army knife at work?
I'm saying that you probably could bring in one of those little Boy Scout things because because you allowed to have a certain inch blade on your person, right?
No, that's still considered a weapon.
So the thing is, you want it to be right that metal detectors are supposed to stop everything, but metal detectors were never made to stop everything. Metal detectors were made to stop weapons of destruction that could really hurt somebody seriously, right? So a Swiss Army knife, when somebody come in, he can look dangerous. I'm worried about this motherfucker having something, like I said, assault rifle, some type of gun or something. He look crazy as hell. In my mind, I'm thinking this motherfucker look crazy, but I ain't thinking he probably got a Swiss Army knife. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking
it's a
that
deterrent.
shit.
It's the same thing with cameras at your house. Is it gonna stop everything? No.
Right.
But it's a damn sure good deterrent. It does, for the most part, they do what they're supposed to do. The cameras do what they're supposed to do. I working at a place with metal detectors is way better than a place without them. And
I disagree, because look, I went to a location.
Give me a drink, man. Y'all make my blood pressure high.
I went to a location as an employee, and it was a government facility, and the public had to go through metal detectors, but the employees don't.
I've heard of that.
Now at my location, governmental facility, employees and the public go through metal detectors. I feel better going through with no metal detectors. Why do I have to go through a metal detector and I work there? I ain't trying to come.
Because you
man,
could be the
trying to get a
crazy
paycheck.
one. You could be the crazy one. Most of the time, it be a damn employee or the student that go to the school or the employee that work at the post office. You should go
At the
through.
post office.
Them motherfuckers
The
crazy.
definition of going postal.
Right. And ain't
Okay,
none of them
but-
ain't none of them went crazy with no plastic bullets. That's a fact.
Okay, but if you look
And
at
those
all the
papers,
public
and
companies
those
that are
papers.
out there that don't have metal detectors and they make tens of thousands of dollars a month, you know, they ain't got metal detectors and they do just fine. You don't go to an accounting company and you know, I type numbers and stuff like that. And you know, my numbers are so bad, I'm about to go and just shoot everybody because of these damn numbers. That's
If they
not
white,
happening.
If they white,
That's
it
not
might.
happening.
Yes, it
Oh,
will.
no, she didn't.
Oh, yes, they will. If them motherfuckers, if they put the wrong numbers in and they did some old shit and they caught, it might happen. Yes. I'm really not trying to be racist, but white people handle stress different.
Look,
No,
only time a
I'm
person
saying
say that is when
white
they gonna be
people
racist.
You ain't lying.
That's the only time a
I'm
person
not
say
doing
that.
this on purpose, but
You're-
white people do handle stress differently. You could work in an accounting firm, and if them numbers ain't right, or you got caught smuggling or embezzling some shit, you might kill yourself and the people that's in there with you. You might do that.
It's
So
happening.
that's for real. You know what I mean? It's a different situation. It's a different type of. I'm telling you. So
Now, I'm with John though, but in that type of situation, it's almost impossible to stop those type of people. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if that person is dedicated to, let's say I come to your job and me and you have a beef, and I want to take you out. I know the job got metal detectors. So what am I gonna do to get around the metal detectors?
you gonna wait for me to come out, maybe?
Or let's say I want to do it on the job. I just find something on the job. Just like you said, keyboard, fork, knife, pen.
But I got a chance of surviving. I got a chance of defending myself. I can't defend myself against no bullets. I have a chance of surviving an attack with a keyboard that I don't have no chance of surviving 10 bullets in my ass.
True.
I don't have no chance.
But if I stab you in the neck with this pen and I hit that juggler, that's it.
That's it. I'm dead.
That's something at my job. That's something at my
That's
job.
still
I
semantics.
must have
That's
did
still
some
that's a
serious
high
shit to
probability
you
that won't
in
happen.
order for you to want to stab me in my neck with a pen. I must have
Well,
did some real
well,
shit.
Look. Under the idea that if I did hit you with a keyboard, and I keep on hitting you with the keyboard until that joint breaks, you may or may not survive that, depending on what the brain damage is.
Hey, no,
Well,
it's gonna depend on what keyboard it is.
I ain't trying to brag or nothing, but I got a tight right hook. Don't play. I got a better chance of surviving a keyboard than I got of surviving a bullet. Now, when I tell you this, like you like, well, what if I stab you in your neck with a pen? To me, that's a crime of emotion. That's passion. Like you pissed. You mad at me. I don't treat nobody like that. And if I treated somebody like that, I guarantee you I'm not around that person. Like you will never be that close to me. If I played you like that, where you want to stab me in my neck with a pen, something's wrong with that. You know what I mean? We will never be that close. For that to happen, I know I did some shit to you. I know I did.
Hey,
So
quit
we're
taking
not
this bait.
close like that.
Quit taking that bait, John, and you were putting out there, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear them about that, man.
I'm saying, hey,
they
this
know
is
it's
what
safe
we're
with
here
metal
for.
detectors.
This is what we're here for to talk
They know
about.
it's safer.
Hold
They know
on,
it's
hold
safer.
on, hold on, Josh. You said
They
stop
can't be
what?
trying to fight this
Nobody trying
with
to take that.
staplers and pens.
Yeah. Well, if I make a paper ball and stuff it in your throat and it die that way.
Would okay, so
I ain't listening to Josh.
everybody listen to John.
I'll take this letter opener and And
Right.
the discussion with it. No.
Hey,
No.
y'all got to realize, just like y'all started this conversation with, there are some crazy people out there.
Definitely.
It's people looking for whether it's 5 minutes of fame, getting a revenge, whatever the case may be. So
No doubt.
in that aspect, in the old days, I would say, yeah, the metal detector would be more than enough for me. I wouldn't even really give it a second thought. Nowadays, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I see the metal detector, that's phase one for me. Okay, phase one, he ain't got no gun. Okay, great. That doesn't mean I'm still not gonna watch this guy. That's not gonna mean I'm still
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
still not gonna be like, hey, this guy look a little crazy. Because people can do things to get around stuff once they know what's in place and once they know what's there.
It's nothing to take, a nice little bat of acid and throw it on somebody.
You said
You can get acid through a metal detector.
It ain't nothing to take some gasoline or some kerosene and dump it on somebody and set them on the fire. Or take some hairspray and blow it and melt their face off. It's nothing to stop that stuff. Nothing.
Very true.
Nothing.
So John, if they took out all the metal detectors at 36 district courts, you cool with that?
I don't know about that. I don't like how you just put that out there like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily work there, but I'm just saying.
saying.
I don't necessarily work there, but if we just talking in general of locations,
right.
The city of Detroit. If the city of Detroit says, you know what, all metal detectors illegal, we taking them all out of the city of Detroit. Y'all okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Ain't gonna make me no difference.
Nah, and my kid to be for a prisoner
ain't gonna make me no difference.
I got a problem with it.
It's
about deterrent.
No detectors. You say no detectors, I probably
wouldn't have a problem with it. But you gotta think about it. There are places. But Josh, the kind of person you are, I'm gonna tell you the kind of person you are. I'm gonna talk about you real quick. I'm about to tell you who you. Did you just put your pinky up?
See my pinky up, right?
Oh my God, that's when you drink tea.
Well, I'm drinking my alcoholic beverage.
That's a classy nigga.
Anyway, Josh, the kind of person you are, if they took metal detectors out of everywhere, you would be in there with 2 or 3 guns.
Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
Of course
probably
he would.
4 or 5.
Of course, because he's that paranoid.
4 or 5.
He's paranoid.
I would bring mine
probably
too.
4 or 5, to be honest.
I ain't
If
bringing
anybody
mine
get
to
hurt
pop
anywhere,
off.
if anybody
would
get
bring
hurt,
mine
I ain't gonna
too.
be the last. I promise you that.
If they took metal detectors out of everywhere, I would bring my gun too. I leave it like, I leave it at home a lot. But I bring it with, like, if I'm going to the hood somewhere, I'm putting it in my car, like I'm bringing it with me. I'm riding with it. If I got the kids, I'm bringing it with me. If I'm going to church or a school or
bring it with
places, right? I know I can't take it in because they got metal detectors. So I leave it home. Like I'm not about to go walk around the block or nothing. So I just kind of leave it home, huh?
At church, they got metal detectors at church.
Well, you ain't supposed to take no gun in church. That's against the law.
The last, I think 6. I want to say 6. The last 6 most deadliest mass shootings have been at churches.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know they have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And who did them? Who did them?
White people.
But AJ not trying to sound racist.
So if I go to
AJ not racist, everybody. He's not racist.
I'm not racist, but if I go to a black church and a white man come in, I'm gonna gather my children and leave. I'm not staying in no church with no white man. I'm not.
I take it you mean a white man that's not a regular member.
Yeah, well, I'm not no regular member at no church, so I wouldn't know if he's a regular member or not.
What if that was Jesus?
Well, how would you know if he's a member or not?
You gonna leave?
So any white guy that walk in, you just out.
White man that come in the church, I'm walking out.
Hey Jay, what you say, John?
I said that could be the second coming of Jesus, and she about to leave.
I don't care. Jesus ain't white.
Oh.
You about to
I don't
offend some
care.
people now.
Hey man, we about to
Any
get canceled.
white
We about to
man-
get
Hold on.
canceled.
How you?
Come to a church.
Hold on. How you
That
gonna
I'm
say Jesus
in.
ain't white? You ain't never
Listen.
seen him. He could be
I
green
don't
for all you
care.
know.
I don't know who he is. I'm not gonna never know who he is. I'm leaving. I don't know what he there for. That shit's suspicious to me. I'm out.
What if he had a black girl on his arm?
If he come in with a black girlfriend,
Yeah. He's still about to spark up.
I don't know. I think I might consider that. If
Wait,
he
you
come
gonna-
in
wait.
with his black girlfriend. But what if
AJ
she a hostage?
AJ, you gonna check the girlfriend out real close, ain't
What
you?
if she a hostage?
Oh
What if
my
she a
God.
hostage?
Hey,
Oh,
He
so hold
goes
on.
by the
So
She
AJ,
a hostage.
hold on. So AJ, if he come in by himself, he's suspicious. He come in with a black girl, he all right.
He might be all right, but she might be a hostage.
Oh,
I don't know, but I might consider
I
it.
love this woman, boy.
I'm saying she might be like you said. What if he got a black girl on his arm, right? So they must be holding. He must be holding her. I don't know if she a hostage. I don't know.
AJ, what you gonna do? You gonna go sit next to her and slip her a note discreetly?
No, I might.
Are you
if
safe?
I get up,
Are
once
you
I
okay?
get up, you okay? You okay, girl?
Hey,
You all
tap
right,
your
girl? You
foot
need
2
some
times. Hey, tap your foot 2 times if you need assistance.
Oh, I know
Hey,
if you a
but
hostage.
Right.
At the end of the day, Jay, is she lying though? She's not lying.
Wait a minute,
About
about
the
what?
racist part?
The facts are there. She's not. AJ ain't lying.
No,
So
no.
You're not lying.
I mean, yeah, she is right. You know, nobody knows how Jesus looked because nobody ain't never really met him.
No,
You know,
I'm talking about
Oh, I know Jesus ain't white.
my
I know
goddaughter.
Jesus ain't white.
My goddaughter is
Well,
white,
you know,
and her mom is white,
that,
and I still look at them funny styles sometimes when it comes to certain things.
AJ,
I look at them funny
that's
styles.
debatable.
Okay,
I don't know. You from damn the Middle East. Wasn't no white people. White people came from caves and shit. They ain't come from the Middle East.
Well, I'll
They
tell you
came
this,
And
from
they
the
ain't have no
White people
damn
came from the
hair like
mountains
wool.
of
They ain't
Caucasus.
have no wool hair either.
AJ, I'll tell you this.
This wool, this some wool right here. If this what Jesus had, then I know he wasn't white because I don't know no white people with no wool like this.
AJ, I'll tell you this. If you can prove, can you show me where Eden is at?
No.
So, but you could tell me from the same Bible that Jesus was not black.
You listen. I don't know if Eden is there. All I'm saying is, if you talking about Jesus, Jesus is in a Bible.
So
is
Eden though.
I don't know.
Eden is in the Bible too.
Though. You said what?
Eden is in the Bible too.
I know. It's in the Bible, right? And it's a description of it. Jesus in the Bible, and it's a description of him. So if we believe in what's in the Bible, it said he had hair like wool.
You can't believe what's in the Bible.
He ain't white.
You can't believe what's in the Bible.
Well, what I'm supposed to say? Well, he black because I'm supposed to say he white because they described him in the Bible with hair like wool, but they still was saying he was white.
What I'm saying is the Bible is nothing but a falsehood of fables and tales.
The point that I'm making is
that's another topic.
That's
another topic.
Listen, the point that I'm trying to make is I don't know if Eden is real. I don't know where it said Jesus came from the Middle East and he had hair like wool. In my mind, that's black. Now, if it's another description somewhere else, I mean, show me that description. It's a whole bunch of different religions that describe somebody like Jesus, and that ain't their name. He's just a different person that did a couple of different things, and that's their Messiah. So who knows which one is real? All I'm saying is if a white man come in a church and I'm in there, I'm leaving.
So let me ask this question.
He can be Jesus. He can be Jesus.
Let me ask you this. How many?
Everybody will get delivered that day but me.
How many churches have y'all been to that actually have metal detectors?
I haven't never been to a church with a metal detector. But I don't take guns in there because I
Oh.
know it's against the law to do that.
Well,
I've been to a few. I've been to a few.
well, for those that do or don't have metal detectors, they do have people that are there that are carrying in those cases since those mass shootings.
Yep. Almost every church now.
So my question to that is, if churches have metal detectors, or if they don't have metal detectors, but they have people in there holding guns just in case there is a mass shooting, does that make you feel more comfortable being in the pews with people behind you holding guns?
No, it would make me feel comfortable if I had my own gun. But I definitely haven't been to church since they took my man to Burger King after he killed all the black people.
Hey, can I have this on camera? Is that good? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
Do
Okay.
your product placement. That's fine.
That's okay. Just want to make sure. They might, you know, I want no trouble, you know. But no, you got it, Jay, anywhere where there's a metal detector, I'm leaning more so going toward that place than I am without a metal detector. Metal detector.
Yeah, me too.
You go to
the records show hands down, the numbers show hands down that you're safer where there are metal detectors.
You go.
Yes, and people will leave their stuff
The
in
numbers
the
are
car.
right. Like Ludacris said in Fast 9.
Hold on, Josh.
The numbers are right.
You go to the grocery store, right?
I go to the grocery store. Yep.
No metal detectors.
That's why I get my drink.
No metal detectors. You go to the mall, right?
No, I go to the mall.
No metal detectors.
No metal detectors.
You go to the movies, right?
I go to movies.
Well, I don't know how the movies are down there.
No metal detectors.
No metal detectors.
Right.
So in all those locations, do you feel in danger?
I don't feel in danger because I got my 2-3
No,
on me.
No. That ain't what I asked.
Yeah.
All I asked
okay,
was,
Josh.
at those locations,
Okay.
do you feel in danger? Is what I'm asking.
No,
I don't care whether you got
but
your
John,
gun or not.
we talking
I'm just
about
saying,
me. We talking about me.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, do you feel in danger because they ain't got metal detectors?
Okay.
Regardless of whether you got your gun or not,
No.
do you feel in
If there was a movie theater right next to another movie theater, and that movie theater had metal detectors, I'll go to movie theater with metal detectors.
Right. I agree.
If there was options, if they were like options, I would go.
But there's
I would
not.
pick the one
So
with
do
the metal
you feel
detectors
less
too.
safe when you go there?
Yes, because they don't have metal detectors. Yes, I do.
So you feel
Yeah.
less safe at the grocery store because they don't have metal detectors?
Yes,
Yeah.
if there was a grocery store that had metal detectors, I'd go to that one. I feel more
Right.
safe.
You sound crazy. You sound crazy. You sound crazy. You and AJ sound crazy. I highly doubt you're gonna go to a grocery
Why
store.
is that crazy? Why is that
You-
crazy that you would rather go to a place with a metal detector? Why is that crazy?
I highly
I
doubt
mean,
you're gonna
it's
go
not
to
no
a
metal
grocery
detector.
store. Hold on, AJ. I highly doubt you're gonna go to a grocery store because it has metal detectors because you're gonna feel
If there's
safer.
two
That
grocery
makes
stores
no
and one
sense.
got metal detectors and one don't, I promise you I'll go to the one with the metal detectors. I
So would
promise you I would. The only reason why you go to the one without metal detectors is because none of them got them.
I'm
That's
a
the
build
only
a
reason
metal
you
detectors
go.
to see how many people gonna come. That don't make no
Well,
sense.
that's even more. That makes me feel even more safe because it's less people.
And important. They
It's
need to
less
come out
people.
for
It's less
Yeah.
chances for me to
metal
die.
detectors.
So y'all gonna go. So y'all literally go. I'm sorry. That makes no sense.
That makes a lot
That's
of sense.
just like COVID. That's just like COVID right now. You
Yo,
going
do
to
you
the
hear
crowded
this?
bar?
Yeah.
You going to the crowded bar or you going to the one with less people?
Everybody going to the crowded bar.
And them the motherfuckers that's gonna have mass COVID.
She say mass COVID, not just COVID, mass.
Them the ones that's gonna put themselves, them the ones that's gonna kill themselves or their family
Oh
members.
shit.
Because they want to go to the one more crowded.
Hey,
Y'all
okay,
going
that
more
COVID is
crowded.
definitely another topic.
Ain't nothing
No,
popping
I don't.
at one that's less crowded.
I would love to go to one less crowded. I'm a certain age now. I ain't into like it ain't gotta be hype for me no more. It's the atmosphere for me. It's the backdrop for me. You know what I mean? I don't need to go to the one that's full of just everybody. It's more cause for problems when it's more people, more problems.
So Jay, how do y'all feel safe? Like y'all don't, it don't matter? Like no detectors, it don't matter? How do y'all feel safe?
For me,
my
it's
safety
gonna
come on my
depend
own
on
accord.
the location.
Right. I'm with that too.
For me, it's
Depends
gonna
on the
come,
location.
depend on the location. If I'm at a court, airport, yeah, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that.
Right.
I'm at a grocery store. No, I won't. And honestly, if I see metal detectors at the grocery store, I'm wondering what the fuck happened at the grocery store. God damn, fucking they got metal detectors. No, I'm going the other way. Nah. I'll pass.
What if it's
Wiggly,
something?
fuck
What
that.
if something
No.
go into place where they say they about to start putting metal? What if it's because it's metal detectors there because something is happening where they're saying that they're about to start implementing metal detectors in stores? What if that happens? Not because I feel the same way. If I walk into a grocery store and them motherfuckers got metal detectors, I'll be thinking that too. Like, what the hell happened here? But that's only because we never seen metal detectors at a grocery store. But what if it was a situation where they said because of all the mass shootings and all the stuff, going on, we are about to start implementing metal detectors in stores.
I think it's a great thing.
You wouldn't want to go to that store? Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
But then, Josh, if you do that, it won't be necessary for you to carry your gun at that point.
Bullshit.
Because you can still get something can happen to you on the street. That's what I'm saying. Like if I go to the hood, if I go to the gas station, I got my heater on my lap. You know what I mean? Like it's on my lap. I ain't looking for it or nothing.
But
if
AJ,
I'm in the hood.
But AJ, but listen to what you're saying. You're saying that if this is what this is what I'm posing. This is what I'm saying. If metal detectors were everywhere, okay.
Right.
What's the purpose of you carrying a gun? Because you can't take it into the locations with a metal detector. It's always going to be in the car.
At the pump. You pay for gas at the pump.
It don't matter if you're at the pump, if you go to the grocery store, if you go to church, if you go to work, if you go to school.
Leave it in the car.
If it's everywhere, there's no need to even carry the gun. Like
if you on the street,
in Michigan, it may be like that. In Texas, it's not like that.
So you can walk into a location that has a metal detector and still keep your gun.
No, you would keep it in the car.
The only place I cannot go in Texas with a gun is for some odd reason, the bank. Everywhere else I go.
That's not an odd reason.
For some odd reason.
That's not an odd reason. That's a federal institution and it's a bank.
Banks don't have money.
That's not an odd reason at all.
Banks ain't got money in them like that no more.
But they still don't want nobody to think they got money and come in with no guns trying to rob them. But you know what? It's banks here now in Detroit that have metal detectors. It's Citizen Bank. If you go into Citizen Bank, you got to go through one door at a time. So you get through the one door and then it locked behind you before the other door unlocked. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they got that scanner room.
Yeah.
What?
The same in and out. So if you leaving, the door got to close and lock behind you before the other door open. Yeah, so your ass stuck in there if you robbed them.
No, it's basically they're not letting you ain't gonna be able to do no group run in. When you go in, the guy gonna buzz you into the first door. You get through the first door, it do the scan on you while you standing in the hallway, and then he buzz you in through the second door. So they walk. He controlling the rate of traffic. So you ain't running.
If you can't rob them either, like you can't get out with no bag of money.
Yeah, because he got to do the door.
As soon as you go in, like they can lock the door and you can't get out. You stuck.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yep.
You stuck.
Yeah.
So in Michigan, like I said, y'all, but in Texas, like I said, you take your gun wherever, schools, wherever. So
even if they got metal detectors,
you take your gun to school. Yeah.
Well, you already know that the Wild West. Y'all the Wild West, Josh. Y'all the Wild West shit.
You can take your gun into certain courthouses, like, but the real private ones in the little bitty counties.
You can take your gun to courthouses
in Dallas and Fort Worth. Yeah. But like Waco,
It shouldn't be no cops getting away with killing people, kids, if you can do stuff like that.
no. It's like you were saying. Texas Texas is like a different country. Like it's really, really different. You know,
They like the Wild West. They like the Wild West.
It's really, really
like the Wild West.
They still operate on laws in the 1600s, 1700s. I'm like, what the hell?
Texas is the easiest state to get away with killing somebody. Texas
Is it?
Yes, without a doubt. Easiest state, hands down.
Texas and
Well,
Florida.
let me put it another way. If you're white, if you're white,
Right? Because remember who the laws is for.
You got to add that
Remember
part. You
who
got
the
to be
laws
white.
is for.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
true.
Josh could probably get away. Just show his badge. Look, I shot him. Yep. Federal agent.
License to kill.
I'll show them over.
Right.
I'll show them over a Zoom call when my ass is in Detroit some damn where running. At the end of the day, the conversation, metal detectors are better. Bottom line. That's like that's like saying are condoms worth it? Yes, they are.
Right.
You come up with all types of semantics you want to. Condoms are better.
Josh for the win on that one.
Josh, that's just like
Josh for the win on that one.
Josh, that's just like telling the girl, yeah, birth control is the win too.
It is. It is.
Oh, we're saying, hey,
I agree
you know
with
what?
that.
Plan B is the win too. Plan B is a good deal too.
Wait a minute, John.
You
What you
act
say?
like you saying something that's gonna offend me. I agree
I'm
with
not,
that shit.
I'm not trying to offend. No, I'm not trying to offend. I'm not trying to offend nobody.
What'd you say, John? What'd you say?
I said it's like saying, oh, Plan B is good too. Plan B is get your tools tied. That's good too. You know, hey, get your dick cut. That's good too.
Hey.
That's saying all that.
Hey,
You want to just protect. You want to just protect. You trying to stop? Bro, you trying to stop having kids?
You said Plan B.
All that stuff is good.
No, well, condoms was for the win because condoms don't just protect you against having kids. Condoms protect you from getting some shit you can't get rid of.
Well, some of that stuff goes through the condom.
So just like a metal detector protects you from getting a bullet in your head.
Hold on. No. Metal detectors and condoms are only 99% effective.
Hey, that's
it's not 100%. Don't get that right. It's not 100%.
I take the 99% chance that I don't come home with
I will
AIDS.
take the 99% chance. I will take it.
Well, they got diseases they got diseases that go through the condom. So
name one.
Right. That's if that boy come off.
Herpes.
What disease go through the condom?
Huh?
Wait, well, hold on, Pepe. Hold on, Pepe. Hold on.
Nigga, shit that go through the condom.
What? What go through the condom? The only
just like if you gonna use a condom when you get head?
Huh?
When you get oral, are you using a condom?
Good point.
Who
are you using dental dam? The actual shit you're supposed to use when you get head. Do you know your sex education?
Dental dam?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of dental dam.
This nigga don't talk. Don't talk.
What is dental dam? What is that?
As far as I'm concerned, if you giving head to somebody that you don't know ain't got AIDS, shame on you. You should get it.
Well, shame on me.
Are you using the condom when you get oral? It's all up
I am not in a position. I am not in a position to turn down no head.
No, ain't got nothing. Shame on you.
So define don't know. Like
at this age, hold on.
Itching while you doing it.
Hey, you. Did I spark? Did I hit the nail on the
I'm
head?
Listen,
wait,
I'm at least 40, so I know that ain't none of y'all not at least. Maybe Jay might be. He look kind of young. Maybe you 35. I don't know. Just like I don't know what Jesus looked like. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Hey,
but
I am not in the position to turn down no head just because I ain't got no condom.
If you at this age right now and you putting your mouth on somebody and you not sure what they got, shame on you. You should get it at this point. That's all I'm saying.
So basically, me and Josh should be testing every woman we had sex with.
I ain't saying you should test every woman you should have sex with. I'm saying you shouldn't be licking nobody JJ and you don't know if they got herpes or not.
But if you kiss them in the mouth, you can get transmitted disease.
It's the difference between a cold sore and a motherfucking vaginal herpes.
A cold sore is herpes, though. You didn't know that?
Different.
A cold sore is herpes.
It's
It is
different
herpes.
simplexes. It's different simplexes.
Well,
But it's
if
still
you
herpes.
look clean, then I'm okay with it. She look clean.
Hey,
She look clean.
all I'm saying is, if
Long
you
as she
doing
ain't
that
scratching-
and you
long
don't
as she ain't
know,
scratching, Josh.
If she ain't talking about some, you got calamine lotion. You got calamine lotion.
if you wake up and your tongue about to fall off, you did that to yourself.
Well,
Look, whether you kissing on the lips, giving fellatio or whatever, there is going to be grounds for some kind of disease to be transmitted.
go for who?
Fellatio.
What?
Who?
Fellatio.
Fellatio.
What's that?
Fellatio.
That's
Seriously?
oral sex.
Seriously?
I done told you about using these goddamn long ass words, John. See, I ain't that smart. I don't know why y'all sitting here thinking I got something smart. I told y'all.
All
Yeah.
I know is I done had classes, and all I know is that there's a difference between cold sores and vaginal sores.
It is.
And if you want some sores on your private area because
Why?
you was old enough to know better, not to be doing what you was doing when you don't know. I ain't saying don't have sex. I ain't saying don't have oral sex or nothing. But I'm saying at this age, before you go for the gusto, you should know what you're dealing with.
So,
And if you don't care what you're dealing with,
So basically last week when Josh got with old Dirty Britches, he's
shame on
checking
him.
himself. Basically what you saying. Is that what you saying right now?
Hold on.
Is that what you saying, AJ?
Hey,
Josh
Josh.
should be checking.
Josh,
Checking.
Josh.
Checking.
Look, we need to
She
just
ain't even
create.
have no
Look,
toilet paper in her house.
Who
The
says?
point.
Wait a minute. Who says britches? Who
Josh.
said dirty britches?
Josh, we need to develop insta tests at home so you could just test them
Yeah.
before you're late.
Right.
Well,
That means she was pulling her panties up without even wiping herself.
all
day. All day. All day.
Oh,
Josh.
And look, she was leaving out to go to the restaurant down the street and coming back. Okay,
oh.
she didn't get paid the Thursday. Leave that girl alone.
This is horrible.
Just imagine, hey Josh.
Look,
Josh,
I
Josh.
got the mama. I got the mama
Hey
head
Josh,
shake
listen
right
to
now.
the
Like,
scenario. Josh, you just going home and just imagine if you had set up a hidden camera in her house. What you think she did? Got up, looked at her nasty, messy shit, just pulled her panties up, bro. Went on with her day. Went on with her day, bro. Went on with her. Hey, and called you later and said,
wait, did she call you later?
She
Did
called
she
me
call
all
you
week.
back? She been
called me
calling
all
you
week.
all week?
She ain't got no choice.
What you mean? She ain't got no
Hold on,
choice.
hold on.
You ain't even give her
$20. Hold on,
She
AJ, hold on,
needed
wait. Before we
She
get
needed
into that,
toilet paper.
hold on, before we get into that, for that whole fiasco,
All right.
before we get into that, we approaching the final word. So me and you has been on opposite sides of the spectrum right now, and Josh and AJ has been really going at it about it. Me and AJ really been having it out. So I'm gonna let it go over. Oh, Josh leaving. So I'm gonna let it go to AJ first. What's your final word?
It should be metal detectors. They make people feel safer. It's nothing else to it. You feel safer with a metal detector.
All
That's
right.
a fact. That's not an opinion.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Very true. I agree.
All right. Josh, go ahead and tell you what's your final word.
I definitely agree with AJ. It is a fact. The numbers in this case don't lie because we're talking about an object. We're not talking about a human being with skin color. We're talking about an object. And I'm telling you, the numbers say, just like I said, you can pick out not just Israel, Turkey, Istanbul, Crackistan. We can pick out all these places that constantly have metal detectors and teachers who carry guns. All these precautions are in place for a reason, man. And the numbers say it's safer. And like I said, bring it closer to home to America. Look at Maine. Look at Maine. No mass shooting since 1963. So there we go. That's it. That is it. There should be metal detectors across the board, everywhere.
Right. Let's take it to the opposition. What's your final word?
Metal detectors serve a purpose, but I still kind of believe they provide a false sense of security. Josh keep mentioning those Middle Eastern countries. To me, they're not even in the ball game. They're not even in the ball game. They can't go down the street without somebody calling them out. They have to have that. And they're a civilized country. These are civilized countries. So I'm looking at them a little shaky. But with that being said, I do believe that metal detectors do provide a sense of security. I just think that there has to be more when the metal detector is in place.
Okay. All right. Time for my final word.
Time for church.
The opposition team op right now. All right. I'm not gonna make this too long or too short.
Don't bring up plastic bullets.
You can't tell me what to do with my final word.
Damn.
She
just modified your final.
I can't bring up plastic bullets.
She modified
Don't
your
bring
final
up
word.
plastic bullets.
Yeah. All right. When it comes to metal detectors, yes, our metal detectors are great for people to have or for companies to have. Sure. Is it going to stop everything? No. Is it going to stop metal objects? Yes. But mostly. But in the same sense, I'll agree with you. Unless there's something else in place that is going to create a more preventative measure to deter a lot more of violent activities that could occur at work, then hey, I'll be all on board with metal detectors. But at this junction, I just don't see metal detectors as the sole thing that's going to keep people from committing shootings or whatever like that at work. Whether it's metal bullets, whether it's metal guns, or however the case is. If you look at how technology is progressing, especially when it comes to weapons are not necessarily being made out of metal anymore. Some of them are being made out of plastic because it's a lighter weight and it's easier to conceal, especially when
Glocks.
Yeah. So if you look at where weapons are going, they're going to a different type of material. And the nature of it all is that you're not gonna be able to stop weapons from advancing. Now that they got 3D printers that are scalable, that are more accessible, they have blueprints of weapons online that you can make with a 3D printer. And when you talk about 3D printers, that's not made out of metal. Y'all seen the 3D printed houses that they were making. They were using concrete. When you start to make 3D props, that's made out of plastic. Or it's made out of some other material. So when we talk about metal detectors and the effectiveness when it comes to whether or not it's going to protect people, is not all the way there anymore. And I believe that the numbers are going to change as weapons start to advance. That's why if you go into certain locations now, they have like the little x-ray machine right next to it. Because they already know where they can't catch in a metal detector, they put in the x-ray machine. See, Josh and AJ, that's where y'all missed. That's where y'all missed the point at. Y'all missed the x-ray machine because I was holding that one. I was holding that one just for y'all. I was holding that in my bag because I was waiting to see if y'all gonna bring it up. So yeah, y'all little 199.9% metal detector that y'all was talking about is missing the x-ray machine that go along with it. When you go to the airport, there's an x-ray machine. When you go over to the bank, there's an x-ray machine. You gotta put your stuff through the x-ray machine, your bag, your wallet, you gotta take all that stuff out of your pocket when you go to the metal detector and you put it on the conveyor belt because they know that they got weapons out there that metal detectors cannot pick up. So they use the x-ray machine. So before y'all come out here with that
That's right, John.
Yeah, oh, the number is
right.
this, the number is that. But y'all know about
That's
them 3D printers that's out there. Hey, Josh, I know you don't know. I know you don't know. Yeah, I'm coming after everybody. Okay? This I'm in the session on the 100. That's how I'm in the session. I
Oh,
bought
John,
it today.
that's right.
So my team got it. Okay? My team got it. That ain't no violin. That ain't no, you just wait how we come to Texas with our 3D printers and weapons. All right, man. That is it for Skip the Formalities. We done had a blasting session every Thursday. Yeah,
Hey, that's only a matter of time for that 3D weapon stuff.
We got the panel over here. We got AJ. We got Yule. We got Josh. This is the panel. You got something, you got an opinion to say. You don't like what we said. You got something you want to dispute. Put it in the comments. We out here.
Comments.